What's up, cars collectors? I am back with another video discussion. In this video, I want to explain that even as of today, the cars industry is still getting worse. Because every time we walk into our local brick and mortar stores and look at their car selections, their selection of cars is not so good these days. During the dark days since 2020, it has gotten worse because everyone's been resorting to the online shopping spree. I miss the days when the cars industry was much better, like back in the late 2000s, early 2010s. Those were the good old glory days. Every time you walk into your local stores, you always find new cars on the pegs. Since 2019, 2020, they keep re-releasing the same old boring cars over and over and over again. Peg warming the shelves, taking up space, leaving no room for new cars. What's going on? So hopefully with enough views and supporters on videos like this discussing the issues with the cars industry, that Mattel will finally decide to improve the cars distribution and bring back the good stuff. Return the cars industry back to its former glory. There are still new characters out there from all the three movies, including the tunes and On the Road, who have never been released. And some cars that were released long time ago have never been re-released before, who totally deserve a re-release. Years from 2010 to 2015, those were the good years. 2017 when Cars 3 came out, also a good year for collecting. Same with 2018, even though there was somewhat of a holdup in 2018 when Mattel was switching production from China to Thailand and Vietnam. 2019 was pretty good too, but since 2020, the distribution has been downgrading, and it's still getting worse as of today. Come on, Mattel Incorporated of El Segundo, California. Can you do all of us cars collectors a big favor? Return the cars industry back to its former glory. This is not the cars industry that I know of. A lot of us cars collectors knew for so many years that new cars characters made out of die casts were delivered, hauled by expedited shipping. Nowadays, there is a holdup, and the cars industry is a slowpoke. Please, 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 bring back the good stuff. I do have some examples, my predictions of 2024 releases. Here's an example for you, Mattel. Re-release Chick Hicks fans Mia and Tia in a 2-pack for 2024. They were only released once, back in 2009 or 2010, in a 3-pack with Chick Hicks. If you re-release these two in a 2-pack, that's just good stuff. And it'll be their first time made in Thailand. Also, please bring back deluxe cars. Bring back Marco Axelbender, who was only released as a deluxe in 2010. Bring him back. He has not been released in a long time. Also, it'll be his first time made in Thailand. Also, release new variants of Mia and Tia, like the Tokyo Drifters Mia and Tia from Tokyo Mater. They have never been released as official 1/55 scale diecasts. Also, please re-release Stripped Kabuto as a single. If you re-release him in 2024, Mattel, then not only it'll be his first time made in Thailand, that it'll also be his first time in 14 years since his last release. And also, please release 1 to 55 scale diecasts from Mater Private Eye, like Lieutenant Lightning McQueen. Mattel, you did a Mini Racers Lieutenant Lightning McQueen in a 3-pack with Sheriff and APB. So, if you did that, will you be willing to do a 1 to 55 scale diecast of Lieutenant Detective McQueen? We would really appreciate it. Oh, and do a diecast of Big D. Mattel never made Big D. Only Disney Store did back in 2010. Please, crank this guy out. Also, bring back these two pitties, Teki and Paki from Tokyo Mater. They were only released in 2010, and also one of them was only released like in a Tokyo Mater 3-pack in 2013. But please bring these two back. They have not been released in a long time. Also, please, Mattel, release new cars. Cars we've never had before. Like these black Maseratis as Fabrizio's bodyguards in Cars 2. Release them in a 2-pack. They look great together. Also, please release a golden Bentley Continental that appeared briefly in the Porta Corsa casino scene. He's very unique. Bentleys are super rare in the Cars diecast line. Please release a diecast of him. Also, Mattel, since you're bringing back a couple of Lemons in the late 2023 diecast line, can you do us a favor in future releases? Re-release Alexander Hugo, but without party hat. Just a normal Alexander Hugo. Either that or another black Hugo with a different facial expression and a different name. Either way, we appreciate you doing that. Also, Mattel, can you please do us a favor and release an official diecast of Karl Halzamoff in future holo releases? Because I've been waiting for him to be released for over 12 years since Cars 2 first came out. Come on. We've never had a Karl Halzamoff before. Oh, and what about Ivan? Not Mater disguised as Ivan, but Ivan himself, or it's actually pronounced Ivan. Re-release Ivan, please. He was first released in 2013, exclusive to Kmart, and then in 2014, he was available at all stores. He has not been released in nearly 9 years. I mean, literally 9 years. Please bring back this blue tow truck. I never got a chance to get him years ago. I want this opportunity back. Also, what about the black helicopter with the magnet? The one that captured Finn McMissile, thwarting his attempt to capture Grim and Acer. Please release him as a 1 to 55 scale diecast, along with a removable magnet. Same goes with the Porta Corsa rescue helicopter. I know back in 2012, when they released the Rescue Squad helicopter for the Take Flight series, they used the Porta Corsa helicopter's card art, but it does not match the diecast helicopter that came with it. Come on, Mattel, can you please release the correct helicopter, the one that matches the card art? I'd really appreciate it. In the London sequence, showing Grim and Acer with their weapons popped out just right before Holly swooped in and knocked him into the Ye Left Turn In, there's this white minivan or van that was turning his or her left onto the same street that Acer and Grem were on. He's a very unique model. Please, Mattel and Disney Pixar, can you release a diecast out of this? And bring back the double-decker bus. Bring back Sir Topper Deckington III. Or release a different double-decker bus with a new name. Or release a correct version of Topper Deckington, the one showing number 13 instead of number 91. Topper Deckington was only released in 2011. He's very, very unique. You don't see him in the diecast line very often. Come on, Mattel, bring back the red double-decker bus. And please release an official diecast of Andy Gearsdale. I know there are images and videos of factory customs that people make of Andy Gearsdale and were sold from Chinese eBay sellers. The thing is, I want Mattel to release an official 1:55 scale diecast of him, and not like a factory custom bootleg from Chinese eBay sellers. Also, Mattel, that since you're re-releasing Mark Wilson, a Palace Chaos character, in late 2023, can you also please re-release one of the Range Rovers, like Michler Engine or Garrett Taylor, who were only released in 2013 and 2015? Michler Engine was shown with a headset, so if you were to re-release one of these guys, can you please make one with the headset? Make a correct version of Michler Engine. And question is, will Michler Engine have a Garrett Taylor card art, or vice versa? Mattel is well known to screw up with their card arts. Also, there's a white Range Rover right next to a silverish gray Mercedes sedan. Please release them either in a 2-pack or each individually as singles. We really appreciate you, Mattel. Also, bring back Minnie and Van in a 2-pack. They were previously released as a 2-pack in 2017 in the Cars 3 diecast line, and that's totally not correct because they never appeared in Cars 3. They only appeared in Cars 1 and 2. Another screw-up that Mattel did. Please, Mattel, bring back this minivan couple. They totally deserve a re-release, and it'll be their first time made in Thailand as well. Also, what about the Nazca truck on the left here? The one that has the Rescue Squad ambulance model. He has never been released as a deluxe diecast before, so since you're bringing back the Toons characters, please bring this guy out. Also, Mattel and Disney Pixar, if you still have license with Chevrolet or GM Motors, can you please release an official diecast of Impala 13? He was only released in a Moon Mater 3-pack released by Disney Store in 2010. He has never been made as a 1:55 scale Mattel diecast before. So can you please bring this guy out? We really appreciate you. So Mattel, once again, please bring back the cars industry to its former glory. We are so sick and tired of these re-releases, taking up space, peg warming the shelves, leaving no room for new cars to come out. We need new cars, new releases, and re-releases never been released in a long time. Come on, Mattel, can you please bring these cars back?